Welcome. I am Angel.
And I'm Anne-Marie.
And we are here to introduce the ladies of Sally Ellen Luxury podcast. And so what does this mean? So let's go. Our secrets are your blueprint, or one of my favorite taglines is we're rewriting the narrative even though Anne-Marie doesn't like to. We'll understand a little bit later. But what does this all entail? It's a little bit of everything.
Everything.
So it's going to be the real, the raw, the juicy,
transparent, totally transparent.
of all things real estate. We're here to talk about everything that they don't want us to know and that they don't teach us, so we can change the game and empower one another.
We're going to have interviews. We're going to have collaborations. We're going to talk about new real estate agents.
All the things that you need to know to do with real estate.
Yep.
How are you feeling?
I'm a little nervous. I got to be honest with you. I'm ready to put these on, though.
Because you want to block me out.
Possibly.
Why else would you put on headphones?
Well,
This is our relationship
It is.
all the time. So welcome to our therapy session. No, I'm just kidding.
welcome to therapy, real estate therapy.
Why are you nervous though?
Well, because I'm more traditional, closed off, don't discuss my feelings and my background and my upbringing, and you're the opposite.
Yeah, open book over here.
Open book.
I feel like generations have changed that though. I've always been
I
like
agree.
this, but I feel like it's become a new norm and I love that.
Yeah.
So this is where I'm ready to unpack these layers together.
Yes.
This is going to be a lot more than just real estate.
Oh boy.
Do you have coffee in there, or what's in our cup? What did you need to have this podcast?
Mimosa.
Cheers.
I'm Irish.
I actually have coffee.
Cheers.
This is going to be fun. So, what is our why? Whys are so important. My why is building generational wealth. That is like my passion, and also one of my passions is to create a new legacy. So a little bit about me. I was in Child Protective Services at a very young age. I was 11 years old when they took us away. And I'll never forget that we just bounced around all the time, like from home to home to home. I can't even say home because that's not what a house, it was a house. It was a house, it wasn't home. And so that's like what led to my passion of just real estate, is like the stability of having a home. Mm-hmm. And then, further from that is I wasn't taught the tools of like creating passive income, even owning a property, real estate, what the tools are to do, investing money in any sort of capacity. And so I made it my mission to really dive in deep and learn, and you'll get to know my personality, that if I set my mind to something, there's no like, okay, we'll slowly get there. It's like, it's a train, like it's a lightning bolt. It just takes off, and I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to become the best, and that's what's going to help me create my new legacy with my family, because I have 3 beautiful baby boys. I have 3 kids under 4, and so I want them to have something to be proud of and to take over, and I want to teach everything that I've learned in such a short period of time to all of you, which leads me to my final thing is I've only been in real estate this is going on my 3rd year full-time as a real estate agent. Yeah. Like I said, I'm pretty fast-paced. I blame that on, in a good way, of never taking no for an answer. No is never the answer. I'm just asking the wrong person, and it's always a yes. I just have to find the right person, which led me into being proud of the titles that I, acquired in just a short period of time of being an investor, becoming a top producer, a team leader to our amazing team. We'll touch on that shortly. Getting into developments. Now I can say that we are at the beginning stages of becoming developers, and a landlord. And so I dove in. I didn't, that's what you did it too. Yeah. I did it too. And I was like, if an opportunity presents itself, I'm going to take it. I'm not going to wait for it. I'm not going to process it. It's here for a reason. Let's do the damn thing. And so that all comes back to all of those things teach generational wealth, which is what they don't want us to know, which is how they don't want us to succeed, especially as women. They're conversations that are totally off topic. And I'm here to bring that passion into this podcast so we can all elevate together. What about you?
At the end of the day, I hate to say it because it's going to sound horrible, but it's actually not bad. It's money. So my childhood was very different from yours. I grew up in a very traditional household. Mom and dad were together. They didn't divorce. I had an older brother. But one of the things that we never talked about was money. I did everything that was very traditional.
The right way.
The right way. I got engaged. I got married. I had 2 kids, boy, girl. We had the dog. The only thing that was missing really was the white picket fence. And then it didn't work out. We had a real estate company. We had a mortgage company. We had a transportation company. And I found myself being a single mom, no alimony, no child support, kids in private school.
A lot of expenses.
A ton of expenses. I had to figure it out. And so what do? We dig deep, and I went back and went, wait a minute, I don't have the knowledge about money. I think a lot of people aren't taught about money, especially as women, we're not taught about money. So my parents had, we lived in Florida. We had one house, 30-year fixed mortgage. They paid it off. They lived there until they passed away. And their savings, they never invested in the stock market. Their idea
There's no risks.
No risk. Their idea, you're going to laugh, their idea of building wealth was going to the local bank and taking out a certificate of deposit.
A CD.
A CD that paid
That's
very
cute.
little dividends. But wait, they would give things away. The banks used to give things away. Toasters, coffee makers.
For if you bought the CD.
If you bought the CD.
So that has to tell you guys how terrible the returns are on a CD if they're giving you a toaster.
Yes.
I just have to say that.
So there was no talk of money growing up in my house. Like, my mom didn't talk about money. My dad didn't talk about money. I mean, I would overhear them fighting about money, but
Yeah.
that's why money is so important.
It's an integral part of who you are.
It really is, because I had it growing up. We were a middle-class family, but then once my marriage didn't work out and here I was, I had to figure it out.
I'm going to ask you something and you're probably going to kill me. Where's your cup? So I'm sure, knowing and while they get to learn all of your experience and you're an industry leader and that you did all these things with your husband,
Yep.
a lot of people are going to say, well, you should already have had it figured out because you had that already, right?
Yeah.
So walking away from all of that on the divorce, were you taught the in-depth about money in your marriage as well, or did he
No.
powerhouse that topic?
He powered house that.
So you just were back to square one.
Yeah.
You were the supportive wife. You helped build the business in the ways that you were able to build it.
Absolutely.
And then it was like, oh shit, I'm here.
Yeah.
I gotta figure it out.
Yeah.
How do I have all this experience and I'm back to square fucking one?
Yeah, and I walked away, like I said earlier, no alimony, no child support, no clients. He was the
Yeah.
broker, took everything, and I had to start over. I had 2 kids, private school,
Expensive.
lots of expenses,
Yeah.
so
So money's the passion, but for all the beautiful reasons.
yeah, money's the passion.
I do want to say though, this conversation wouldn't be an uncomfortable conversation if she was not a woman and was a man. I
true.
think that it feels uncomfortable because when a woman says, I strive to have a lot of money for whatever the reason or whatever that money does and it facilitates for you, it's actually like deemed wrong and you feel uncomfortable and it's inappropriate. But if a man, and I can say this, I'm raising 3 boys, so I understand, but if a man is saying, my passion in life is money, then he's deemed a hero, he's a provider, he's doing all the right things. And so this is what I'm saying, that we're rewriting the narratives, not just about real estate or women in business or women in real estate, but also just about women in general.
And money, talking
And
about
money.
money.
Yeah, it's gonna be a juicy conversation and there's nothing wrong with it.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the baddies on our team. So
I love our team.
we have a team with Rodeo Realty, and there happens to be 9 agents. Our team in total is 11, but 9 of us are agents.
Yep.
We are bilingual in Russian, Farsi, Spanish, Armenian, English speaking, like all across the board.
Intelligent,
Badass
badass women. Speaking of badasses, this woman here was in the military, a sergeant for 8 years, has been overseas. I mean, you are the head of the badass women here.
No, well, first of all, she's the industry leader. We call her the OG, triple OG. So she's the one that brings all the experience. She's taught me so much. She's just as disciplined as me, except she's crazy and she does it in things like 100-mile ultra races. But that's actually how we got to combine the leadership and industry experience, which led into the birth naturally of Ahern & Collins Real Estate Team. We have created a new culture where we believe in sisterhood over competition, so we collaborate together and we choose people over profit. So as much as we love money, we still care about humans, and so we've actually successfully built this amazing community of women that work together to make sure everyone wins in the end of the day. And yeah, it was a no-brainer for us to create this team once we started working together, because you just heard Amory has the extensive experience in the background with owning a brokerage for mortgages and real estate. She's been in the business for 17 years, so even though my short time in the business, I bring a different value to the table. And I have to just say, like, you're probably wondering, well, why do I want to tune into this podcast and listen to you guys? Well, let me just tell you why. We started with 90% all new agents, never had done a transaction in their life, just over a year ago. And I'm happy to say, as of this past week, we've closed over $23 million in sales.
Amazing.
And we have obviously grown our investment portfolio, and now we're excited to teach the women on our team the same. But yeah, that's a little bit about us. So enough about the team, enough about us. What are you guys going to get out of this? Like, who is this for?
So anybody who's curious about real estate, any type of real estate, whether it's commercial or, like we talked about earlier, Airbnb, being a landlord, not paying your landlord's mortgage and getting your own mortgage, anybody who is curious about real estate, this is the podcast to listen to.
Also, I want to say that I think it's very important to note that we are in Los Angeles, so we are in the home of creatives, entrepreneurs, influencers, and just, beginners in all things. People come here to find themselves, and one of the things that we are going to talk about and share and we're excited for are all the creative ways to show you that I can't do this because I'm in this field, or I don't fit this box of what a buyer looks like or an investor looks like. The answer is not a no, it's a yes. Like I said, I don't take no for an answer, so it's a yes answer.
Figure it out.
And we'll give you all of the tips and tricks of what to do if you do not fit into a conventional box of the traditional way of being, which is almost everyone in Los Angeles.
Yeah, and my favorite number is 15. So give us 15 minutes, a quick 15-minute call.
Not a call, just listen to the podcast.
Listen to the podcast, and for potentially as little as $15,000, you can start your real estate journey.
So let's go into our topics. So we'll be talking about, like we said, real estate for beginners, building generational wealth, which is my fave, developments, and how they're not as scary as you think they are, or maybe finding partnerships in them to bring in value that way, passive income through real estate, Airbnbs,
being a landlord.
No, the truths about being a landlord, because it is not all glamorous, and I will tell you all the things that I've been able to learn in a very short period of time, and Amory can share hers.
I can share mine. And another exciting one is new real estate agents. Like, what do you do? Where do we start? How do we get business? There's so much that we have learned growing our team.
And then also lending programs, creative ones for all you creatives out there. And then we want to start bringing on guests to have interviews. So if you're interested or you feel like you'd bring some great energy to these conversations, definitely reach out to us. And then 60 seconds of a market update. Everyone always asks us what is going on with the market. Every Monday, we will be dropping Market Mondays.
Which I'm super excited about. It's only 60 seconds. Like, literally, you can, while you're walking up the stairs to your office or going from your kitchen to your home office, like, it's 60 seconds about what's going on. Because, honestly, things change so quickly. Like, I don't know if you're keeping an eye on interest rates, but they've been up and down and up and down, and what's going on with the market, and it's now a good time to
all these questions.
So
we're going to be unpacking it. And then we'll also obviously be touching base on our experience as women in the industry, some of the barriers that we go through, how to break through these walls. I call this, like, jokingly, and Amory's going to kill me, but, like, our own therapy, because as business partners, I think that this is so important for us to, like, dive in deeper, because we live this, we do this, and we don't ever have a chance to unpack it all the time. So this will be the chance to unpack it, and you guys get to be along the journey with us, and we're so excited. But where the hell do they find us?
Ladies of Selling LA Luxury.
So, ladiesofsellinglaluxury.com. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at Ladies of Selling LA Luxury. Stay tuned. Go to our website. Join the wait list. We are so freaking excited for what's to come. Make sure you check us out. Give us feedback. This is a new journey for us. And yeah.
Can we put these on now?
Do you want to do it before we do our namaste? Okay, we can do that. She's been really wanting to put these on. I think it's because she can't hear me with them on, but sure.
What?
Hi.
Until next time, beautiful humans.
Oh, she is growing. Oh, this is great. My whole heart. Until next time, beautiful humans. Namaste.